So one of the things, Brad, is your company introduced XRP as a cryptocurrency. Who uses it, and why do they use it rather than one of the credit cards or a regular banking system?
So first off, thanks for having me. Great to be here. Great to be with Joe. I will correct one thing right out of the gates. Ripple did not actually issue XRP. The XRP ledger is an open source, decentralized technology, not dissimilar than Bitcoin. And some of the creators of the XRP ledger actually had been early engineers that worked on Bitcoin, and they saw some of the scalability problems that Bitcoin is likely to have, the speed, both from an energy consumption, cost, some of the other problems, and they wanted to build a better digital asset to solve some of these problems.
New updates in the appeal from the SEC in today's video. We're going to be talking about SEC versus Ripple, how that's looking. We're going to be talking about XRP as a crypto. We're also going to be looking into the charts of XRP. I've been really contemplating something. There's a video out right now with Brad Garlinghouse talking about XRP is going to be having a huge boost in October up until Halloween. And when he started talking about that, I really started thinking again about how crypto or XRP tends to pump end of month and then corrects the beginning of the month. And we all know why, don't we? So we're going to talk about that today. We're actually going to look at the charts on the weekly chart and look at every first of the month and see what happens on that week. Is there a repeatable pattern? We will definitely find that out. My name is Ryan Huggins. I'm a real estate and crypto investor, and I'm really excited about sharing this information with you today. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and confirm that you are going to be the first millionaire in your family by clicking that subscribe button. And also, if you're feeling bullish and blessed, let me know down in the comments section. Leave that 777 in the comments, 777. All right, so as you guys saw here, when we kicked this thing off, we did see this video from Crypto Tank. And by the way, if you are not on crypto Twitter or Twitter, x.com, you definitely should be, because there's a lot of great information over there. And if you feel like you wanted to follow our channel, myself as well, Win with Ryan at Real Win with Ryan over on Twitter. But this video really popped out to me. Listen closely. The same engineers who created Bitcoin created XRP. And you heard Brad Garlinghouse speaking about the engineers that were involved in early Bitcoin. We're definitely involved with creating XRP. And we have some comments down here. I wonder what happens if that came out that OpenCoin created Bitcoin. Crypto Tank says, should I tell everyone who created it? Most wouldn't believe it anyways, especially BTC cultist maxis. Now, people do go off in the comment sections down here talking about, he doesn't directly say that. He calls them early Bitcoin engineers, which could be pre or post creation. And this response to the responses, of course, he has to be careful in the words that he says, right? So what do you think? What do you think? So are some of the original Bitcoiners, the original creators, the engineers, and so on of Bitcoin, were they involved in the creation of XRP because they saw a flaw, right? That's the big takeaway from this video is Bitcoin is flawed. Now, obviously, Bitcoin is the big one right now, the biggest market cap, but is Bitcoin flawed? Brad Garlinghouse thought so. That's why they created the new coin. Also, breaking, United States SEC has approved the XRP ETF filed just hours before appealing the Ripple lawsuit. Now, this is something that I thought was really interesting, too, because we knew Bitwise had just filed for the ETF. And if you go to the www.sec.gov, it is actually approved. Before we dive in, please note that the opinions in this video are for informational and educational purposes only and do not constitute financial, legal, or investment advice. All investments, including cryptocurrencies, carry risks and potential losses. Always do your own research and consult a licensed financial advisor. We are not licensed financial advisors, and relying on our content for financial decisions is at your own risk. By watching, you are agreeing that we are not responsible for any losses or damages, and we do not guarantee specific results or outcomes. Some links below may be affiliate links, and we earn commissions, which helps support value-based videos like this. We also hold positions in some discussed cryptocurrencies because we only talk about what we believe in. However, this should not be interpreted as a recommendation for you to do the same. With that being said, let's dive right into the video. And that's what I was saying in the previous video. If you guys watched that one, is there's some craziness going on when it comes to XRP's price. There is obviously, obviously we all know that there's these crazy glitches. There's a recent one that said XRP was worth $400,000 a coin, etc. Like all this craziness that's coming out. But this is what leads me into talking about what I talked about in the intro. What happens at the first of the month every single month with XRPs? But anyway, before we jump into that, we have SEC.gov here. The filing was approved. Breaking: United States SEC approved the ETF just hours before appealing the Ripple lawsuit. So they literally approved the ETF and then they appealed the lawsuit. But there's also something interesting about that appeal because they're not appealing the legality of XRP. People have been diving deeper into that appeal. It's not about the legality of that. So we're going to take a look at that. But XRP is legally illegal. Gary Gensler sucks. One great question regarding the appeal: are they appealing pragmatic secondary sale, or are they appealing the penalty amount for the true original investment contracts in early stages of the investors investing in XRP, not the secondary sales later on? And then moving up here, we got, does anyone remember or realize that XRP did a 1,200% spike in 2021 after the SEC filed the lawsuit to begin with? How quickly people forget. It did that without global adoption taking place. People still believe that won't happen again. Get real. It will go much higher. Nick, Crypto Crusader here, jumps in here and talks about the new Ripple and the XRP stablecoin, which is really exciting because they've been minting a ton of that and it is starting to test and it is continuing to work. So look at the pattern of the SEC, especially in terms of their decision to appeal the Ripple XRP case. They waited for the perfect to cause as much damage as possible to retail investors behind us, right? That would be us. Think about what happened leading up to the appeal. RLUSD beginning to mint, starting to do really, really well. XRP ETF filing and approval. Open interest surging to $1 billion. So everything's getting fired up. Everything's going great. And then what happens? SEC comes in, puts the boot on our neck again. And that's within 72 hours prior to the appeal. This was a strategic move to cause even more damage. Anyone actually viewing the SEC as an agency that is protecting investors to this point needs to check on themselves. And then we have Andrew DeVilbiss. He says, Ripple XRP, after yesterday's news broke, in an effort to deeply understand why, I found myself contemplating a word that Chris Larson used to use in his lectures in the past. In the past, when Ripple was speaking openly about XRP as the shipping container for finance, the word I was looking for was federated. In a world of tokenized fiat assets, money will move around the world at full speed of light, but it's not federated until you have a bridge asset, not interoperability between blockchains. In the short clip I've posted down below, you'll hear Chris Larson talk about how excited he is to think about the innovation that will come after.
Cool thing that's going on now is companies, individuals, new startups, governments, nonprofits, anybody now will have the ability to utilize that data internet and that value internet. So if you're in fintech, anything having to do with finance, which is basically the lifeblood of the way the global economy works, you're not just moving the data anymore, but also the value. And that is completely groundbreaking. And that is the completion of globalization. And that should usher in the full potential of globalization, which, as you know, has been unpopular. And again, not because it's a bad thing, but because it's been incomplete. And now we're completing it. And it's really exciting to think about what that might usher in.
Also very important over here on X, just in Brazil's largest crypto exchange, Mercado Bitcoin partners with Ripple to offer cross-border payments. So that continues to grow worldwide, guys. This is really, really important. Vincent Van Code says, folks, settle down. The SEC only appealing the August 24th ruling of the fine and the money, not the security status of XRP. This is super bullish. No wonder why Bitwise ETF was filed. Let's go. Moving up here to Crypto Insight UK, understanding the importance of RLUSD with Brad Garlinghouse and Joel Katz. Let's take a look.
Said weeks, not months. Institutions, I think, sets up for RLUSD or Ripple USD for success. And again, we think it helps the overall XRPL ecosystem because it just adds liquidity on Ledger. So we're excited about that. We are very close to, I think earlier today, somebody asked me for a timeline. I just said weeks, not months, because of, but we're getting there pretty quickly. And we just want to make sure we launch with kind of full regulatory oversight out of the gates to keep everybody happy.
I think having high quality stable coins on the XRP ledger is just, I mean, we know from other platforms that when they have high quality stable coins on there, total value locked increases, transaction flow increases, liquidity increases. It's just a key enabling technology. And it's just a great example of that thing where like the stablecoin issuers are some of the most regulated entities on the institution.
And speaking of liquidity on the XRP ledger, don't forget to click the link down in the description. If you guys want to play CryptoLand, it's a game built on the XRP ledger. Discover how to earn more crypto in less than 10 minutes with the #1 play to earn game. We've been playing it. Nick is absolutely crushing it. He loves the game. It has exactly how to get started in here. Like I said, click the link down in the description or the first pinned comment in the comment section. It also, if you don't have an XRP wallet, you can get an XRP wallet. We explain how to get rare game pieces. You can actually stake the game pieces. They do the work for you. You earn crypto, which is the actual CryptoLand based coin. And then you can transfer that over to XRP. And again, this is on the XRP ledger. CryptoLand, the game, the actual symbol for the coin is crypto, CRYPTO. Absolutely amazing that they were able to secure that, which is really cool. How to withdraw your crypto, turn it into XRP. It's all right there down in the description below. All right, now here's a theory that I had. I know that as of recently, and we all know, right? So Ripple, the company, they do unlock tokens at the beginning of every month. And what I wanted to see was the correlation, because we heard Brad Garlinghouse talk about XRP could spike up before Halloween.
USD for success. And again, we think it helps the overall XRPL ecosystem because it just adds liquidity on Ledger. So we're excited about that. We are very close to, I think earlier today, somebody asked me for a timeline. I just said weeks, not months, because of, but we're
as you guys heard in the video we just listened to with Brad Garlinghouse saying we are weeks, not months from the movement of XRP. But what I wanted to find out here, so we're going to do vertical lines. Let's do vertical line here, and we're going to do the first week of every month. So let's go with, right now we're in the first week, right? So this one would be Monday, September 3rd. This next week would be, so this would be the week 1 of the month. All right. So this is the week we're in, week 1 of the month. All right. So that's that one. Now we're going to go to week 1 of the previous month. So right here, this one starts Monday, September 2nd. So we'll put one there. So this one's Monday, the 29th. If we go here, it's actually Monday, the 5th. So in between these two, we'll put a line there, right? So look at this pattern. Monday, July 1st, red. Monday, June 3rd. Also the candle before it, red. This one right here, March 29th. The next candle over is the March 6th. So in between there, so we'll mark that one. That's actually a green candle. But we'll check the dailies on that here in a second. All right, so now we'll go Monday, April 1st, down. Okay, so what do we know in the comments section? For those of you guys who are XRP fanatics like we are, what happens? Well, I think I already said it in the video, but what happens on the 1st of every single month? Ripple unlocks coins from the escrow, right? And then what do? They sell it. Why do they sell? Because they're selling it to cover their expenses, company expenses, legal fees, etc. But what we notice is right now, the week of the 1st, the week that the 1st is in, down. Week of the 1st, down. Week of the 1st, down. All right, week of the 1st, down. Week of the 1st, green, actually. But I want to take a look at this one. So this one's 2 from the end. Actually, we know this one is down as well, but so it's easier to find on the daily chart. We're just going to scan back till we find the last blue. And then we're going to move it to the 1st. So this is the 29th, 30th, 1st. Oh, look at this. Interesting. But what did it do? It bounced off of the 60 level there, and it just came back down. But anyway, that one right there is an anomaly. So right here, this is not the 1st. Let's go to the 1st. All right, here's the 1st now. right there. It goes up for a couple of days and bam, spikes to the downside. Let's take a look at this one here. This one is the first. It rose up for a couple of days. Bam. Ripple starts selling their XRP. This one right here, the 29th. Let's see here. The first, look at that. Bam, down. Okay. So what is this one right here? The second. Let's go to the first. Okay. A couple days. Bam, down to the bottom side. Right here. We have the 30th. Here's the first. Bam, down to the downside. All right. So what is Ripple doing to us? So we're noticing that on the first of every single month. Now, how can we counter that? Does that mean in the middle of every single month that it starts to go up? Now, here's another interesting thing that I used to look into a lot and haven't used it a lot lately, but let's look at the moon cycle, moon phases indicator. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, but it says that on which one is it here? Moon phases, settings. So a waning moon, waxing moon, that's not what we want. We want full moons. So a new moon is above and a full moon is below the bar. So we got full moon, new moon. So there was a theory that on a full moon, price would start to spike to the upside. But interestingly enough, that doesn't work out with XRP. And we've also been trading in this crazy just sideways range here. So it doesn't really matter. But what does matter is the first. I want to go back a little bit deeper here because this is important for us here, right? So this is April, May 1st. Where's April 1st, right? Here, down. All right, so let's go April, March 1st. Now that one started going up a little bit, right? So it caught some sort of support here at the 60 cent level and then rose to the upside.